We got more PG out in 2020 and 2001.
Fair enough. Looks like he's planning to go for the next 2 years. Hello folks and welcome to today's vlog. Today is the day that Andy returns from his residential trip, so we'll be checking in with Andy a little bit later in the vlog. But before that, we have two very important things to do. They're very important for nerds like me and Anna. Thing number one, which we're doing right now, you will have seen it on yesterday's vlog, we're out and about playing Harry Potter Wizards Unite, just enjoying a lovely sunny day, driving from point of interest to point of interest.
It seems that Nintek release on lovely warm days.
Niantic.
Yeah.
They do. It was lovely and warm when Pokemon Go came out, and it's been grotty, horrible weather for weeks with the pouring rain. As soon as they release a game to get us out and about, the weather goes nice. So it's now too hot in our car. We might actually have to get out and walk to play this game. Can't think of anything more horrific. But we're doing that. We're kind of doing that, A, because it's super fun, but B, to kill some time, because in about 25 minutes we're due at the cinema where we're going to see Toy Story 4, which is out today, which is also very exciting stuff. So we're going to carry on playing our nerdy little game. We'll check in again when we get to the cinema. We'll let you know if the film is any good, and then I think Andy is getting home early from his trip and finishing school earlier as a result, so we'll check in with Andy relatively early in the day too. Well, as much fun as it is, that's enough Harry Pottering for now. The movie, we're missing adverts, Anna. The movie's starting. We've got to see the little Pixar pre-movie movie as well, which is the main reason you come to these things. But Toy Story 4 comprehensive review coming up now. Well, Toy Story 4 finished. That was absolutely incredible. It was awesome. Easily the best film we've seen this week. The only thing this year that comes close to Avengers Endgame. And there's quite a few comparisons you could make, I think. It's mad how they can make cartoon characters that awesome as characters over the course of what, 4 movies over 15, 20 years?
96.
Just absolutely brilliant. Can't get better than Toy Story. Just awesome. Right, it is now 1:45. Have we had a phone call from Andy's school yet? Because when we saw them on Wednesday morning, they said officially school finishes normal time, so 3 o'clock, but they'll probably be back early, and if they are, we'll get a phone call saying to pick him up early. You up?
Will it be no, it's
Just checking. So we're kind of in limbo for a bit now, where there's no point going home, then getting the phone call and coming out again. But if they don't get back early, we need to be out for another 2 and a bit hours. So I guess we'll have to play more Harry Potter. Oh, never mind. So this is us now basically sitting on a bench in the middle of Peterborough playing the Harry Potter game. Weirdly, there doesn't seem to be, weirdly he says, there's not loads of people around playing it, I don't think. It's not like launch day Pokemon Go yet. Yeah, exactly. That's the difference. When Pokemon Go came out, it was it the weekend it came out, or was it just after work or something? But I remember it being super busy when we went out and did it, but I imagine word hasn't fully got out yet that it exists, and a lot of the nerdy people like us will be playing it, probably still at work or school. So I'll let the world off, but we've just done another fortress, haven't we? We've done a fortress. I'm enjoying myself very much. If you want to add us on it, I'll put our friend codes on the screen now underneath us, so you can send us requests. It is limited to 200 on our friends list, so if you want to get in quick, because my list's already nearly half full after I talked about it on stream last night. Well, I streamed for 2 hours talking about this game last night, so I got lots of friends requests to come in then. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Well, this game has already reached a rather silly point for us. We're spending money on it already. You've already spent some money on it too. We've spent some money in game, only £2 each to get the little starter pack thing. But also, when we were just wandering around town, I noticed, I took some screenshots as it was happening. I noticed this on the map, which is an inn with a difference. It had a little flag outside, it was a different colour. So I clicked on it to see what that was all about, and it was a sponsored inn by EE. Still not a sponsored video, just like yesterday. But EE had sponsored the inn, and it had a thing on there saying, if you go into the store, you could get 50% off a pop socket of your house. So I have a Hufflepuff pop socket now. I'm not proud of myself, but it's pretty cool. They had no idea how to do it. We were the first people who'd gone in to ask for them, but if you've got any in store locally, get them while they're hot. You're such a lucky lady to experience these things with me. Trendsetters. I've just had to forcibly remove myself from the entertainer. We've gone a bit silly on nerd stuff this week, and I had in my hands a commemorative pop for each of the 3 movies we've seen, an Elton John, one from Aladdin, and Forky from Toy Story 4. I put them back, I'm being sensible, but goodness me, it hurts me. Well, after much kerfuffle and an hour and a half later than expected, look who we've got.
PGL.
You have done PGL.
We've got more PGL in 2020 and 2001.
Fair enough. Looks like he's planning to go for the next 2 years.
Yeah. Disneyland 2020, go to Haven 2020.
I see. So he's going back next year, apparently. I'll explain the kerfuffle when we get home. We are in a mega rush now to try and get today's videos out on time because he was supposed to be back at 2. It's 3:30, so yesterday's Football Manager video was probably late. So we're home. He was there for a second, but he's run off again. The school have warned us. He is super tired. So there's a chance we might not see him for the rest of the day once he's been up there. We'll see how he gets on. I assume he's going to want at least a little bit of time on his iPad and whatnot, the stuff he's not been able to use for the last few days. But yeah, it was, he was supposed to be back at the school at 2 o'clock, and it was about 3:30 when the bus finally arrived back through. There'd been an accident on the road that he was coming in on, plus an accident on the other route into the town where the school is. So traffic completely ground to a halt. It wasn't just affecting his bus home from his trip, but it was affecting all of the transport coming to pick kids up and take them home, because it's a special school. It covers a huge area, and there's buses coming in from like 20-30 miles away, and we were listening to them making some of the phone calls home, and some parents were being told not to expect their kid before 6 o'clock. So we're pretty lucky in the end that his bus obviously managed to make it through before things got really bad. I don't actually know what the accident is. We overheard someone mentioning an air ambulance, so hopefully nothing too awful, but we don't know any of the details. I looked online to see if there was anything mentioned on Twitter, and I didn't see anything on there, but fingers crossed nothing too bad. But yeah, he's had a very good time, apparently, as you saw in the car. He wants to go back next year already, and the year after. So when are you going back to PGL?
Yeah, more. On 2009.
On 2009, fair enough. But he did, in addition to the stuff we talked about on yesterday's video, he's been in water today, they were very proud of and told us about. Fully life jacketed up, went in the water, like up to his waist, and then got straight back out again because it was freezing cold. But we didn't expect him to want to be involved at all in any of the water-based activities. So the fact that they've managed to get him in the water and he's done it willingly and is happy to go back is all good stuff. So was PGL good then? You had a good time? What was your favourite thing?
What's that new, Andy?
Oh yeah, that's Andy's new camera. I forgot about that. I can't turn around. I'm propping the camera funny. Yeah, this, I completely forgot about this. Don't do it like that, you'll break it. This was the first camera that I used on YouTube. When I first started doing YouTube Football Manager stuff, this was the camera that I bought to be able to do a face cam. And we've dug it out and found it, charged it up.
What do you think? Right, Andy, watch.
Should we put it away for now?
No, don't do that.
Yeah, we'll put it away for now.
Okay.
He just wants to force open the lens cover. But we will give that to him. I might not be later today if he's too tired to engage in it properly, but I dug it out of the garage and it still looks like it works. Films in HD, has image stabilisation, all that stuff on there. I looked on Amazon. I'm talking to you now, Anna. Yeah. I looked on Amazon to buy that exact camera now, and they're still on sale. 220 quid for a camera. So it's a pretty good camera. No, it's not that fancy. Let's have a look at it. I can remember how to use it. I used this camera every day for like 2 years. So it's a little Panasonic camcorder jobby, which we'll get all set up, and then he can have that to hopefully sort out both the image and the sound on his Through Andy's Eyes videos. This is on my old camera, aka Andy's new camera.
Yeah.
So assuming it just worked, that was a little clip off of this camera as well, so we'll give that to him tomorrow, I think, because all he wants to do is get his pyjamas on and decompress. They did say he's super tired. It's been a really busy day today. He got up in the night again and he's just very tired. So we're just going to leave him to chill out and do Andy things, because we're hoping to be able to go out and about tomorrow. I don't know if that's going to be a little bit ambitious, but Amy is a big Harry Potter fan and we want to be able to take her out and about to play the new Wizards United game that you've obviously seen us play quite a lot already. We've planned to take Amy out playing that tomorrow and get it installed on Andy's phone as well, because he really likes stuff where you trace over shapes, and there's a lot of that in the Harry Potter game. So we're hoping if he can chill out now, maybe have a bit of a lie-in, decompress, centre himself again, that maybe by sort of this time tomorrow, maybe a little bit earlier than this, he'll be ready to come out and about, not for ages, but just to get a feel of the new game. Because one of the things we really wanted to do with Pokemon Go, and we only managed to do it with him a couple of times, was get him really into it and make it a reason for him to go out of the house. And right, every day I want to go out and catch a couple of wizard monsters and spin a few wizard Pokestops. I don't remember the new terminology yet, but if we can get him really into something that combines technology, which we know he likes, with getting out and about every day and going for a little walk, that'll be awesome. Well, we've been home 4 or 5 hours at this point, and he's kind of just drifted into his usual getting home from respite routine of going through all of his normal routines that he likes. So he's currently watching a Through Andy's Eyes video on YouTube. We've had talk of going to Nottingham, talk of going back to Disney. He's just generally going for everything. That happens every, I would say, 10 or 15 minutes. He'll come downstairs, watch something on his laptop, then take his iPad upstairs, then come back down again. It's like he's not spending very long on any activity, just racing through all of them. To be honest, I expected him to be asleep hours ago, but it's nearly 8:30. Hold on, is that right? It's nearly 8. I was going to say it can't be nearly 8:30. We're not even close to starting the podcast. So it's nearly 8 o'clock. He's just about caught up and levelled himself off. Anna's running him a bath. He hasn't had a bath for a couple of days because they didn't have baths at the camp place. They only had showers. So he's been looking forward to a bath, especially because he went in the lake today. So needs a good bath. He's been asking for that, so he's going up for a bath. Then it's bedtime, and fingers crossed we can just proceed with the weekend as normal. He doesn't seem to be experiencing any ill effects of the last couple of days. It seems like he's really enjoyed himself, which, considering how afraid we were when this was first proposed to us back in, I don't know when it was, before Christmas maybe? He's done really well. Again, yet another example of the incredible progress that he's made. I mean, even the getting stuck in traffic on the way home. Again, long-time viewers will remember that one of the things that caused him to stop attending school in the first place, I mean, we're going back 3 or 4 years now because he's been back so long, but one of the things that caused him to stop going in the first place was the school bus breaking down on the way home, and they had to sit at the side of the road for about 20 minutes, and he didn't like it. I mean, they were still on the bus, but they were just stationary for like 20 minutes. So he was late getting home, really didn't like it, didn't want to go back on the bus the next day. He sat there for an hour and a half today, and he's completely fine, no issue at all. Even when they got back to the school, the other kid, they have a certain order they let the kids off in, so the kids in wheelchairs get off before the kids who can walk, and he just sat there watching this all go on. I remember a time when Andy used to be prioritised at the top of that queue because he couldn't bear to be on there longer than he was supposed to be, and he's just in the normal rotation of everything now, and it's really, really cool. So once again, another really positive experience. Good work. People say I sometimes don't credit the school when they deserve it. Good work to everyone involved in getting this up and running and getting it sorted and putting our minds at ease through the school. He's had a great time, and as you saw when he got in the car, he's looking forward to going back next year. There's a fly buzzing around my head. Right, we are going to wrap things up there though. Like I mentioned a minute ago, we are doing the podcast tonight, so make sure you check that out. A link to that is down in the description. I've now started to read through some of the comments to yesterday's vlog. It seems like the people who watched yesterday's vlog enjoyed the Harry Potter Wizards Unite stuff, but I think having it on the thumbnail and in the title made a lot of people not watch at all. So I think there's definitely an audience for it, but it's a much smaller audience than normal vlog. So I don't know, if I decide that's got legs and I want to do some stuff on that, I might finally start posting some videos to Lelujo 2, my second gaming channel that currently has 0 videos on it. There might be some Harry Potter stuff appearing over there. Probably not gameplay footage in the vlog again, because unless we sneak in like little bits, because I don't want to scare everyone away from clicking on the videos in the first place. But that's enough of all that. I'm waffling now. Let's wrap things up. If you have enjoyed this vlog, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs. And thank you very much for watching.